Look, if I told you a second round pick went into the 2006 NBA season, walked onto the floor against Jerry Sloan's Utah Jazz, and then dropped 57 points while breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 35-year-old franchise scoring record, you'd think we'd talk about it like it's Kobe's 81 or T-Mac's 13 points in 35 seconds. Instead, it got buried under the rug. On November 11, 2006, Michael Redd took 32 shots, didn't miss a single free throw, and cooked every wing defender Utah threw at him. And almost nobody outside of Wisconsin remembers a damn thing about it. Why? Because basketball history is written by marketing departments and big market TV networks. Today, we're fixing that, guys. We're dissecting the greatest scoring game nobody talks about. And I'm going to tell you why Michael Redd's 57-point explosion is both the most criminally underrated offensive clinic of the 2000s and the most depressing masterpiece ever put on the wood. Roll the tape. Let's establish something right off the rip. If you played NBA Live 07 or watched casual highlight reels, you probably thought Michael Redd was just a glorified Kyle Korver with a funky left-handed release. That is complete, unadulterated nonsense. In 2006, Michael Redd averaged 26.7 points a game. That's right behind names like Kobe Bryant, Carmelo Anthony, Gilbert Arenas, Dwayne Wade, and yes, LeBron James, but ahead of names like Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady, who I named earlier. Now, let's look at this Utah game on November 11th, 2006. He's going up against Andrei Kirilenko, AK-47, at the absolute peak of his powers. One of the greatest event creators in modern defensive history. Redd doesn't just shoot over him. He attacks his hip, absorbs contact, gets to the line, and swishes 15 straight free throws. He had an ugly, hitchy jumper that released from behind his ear like a catapult. Sure. But that guy had a lethal first step, a violent rim attack, and an unbelievable sense for open space. Yet when people name the elite scoring guards of that era, it's Kobe, Ray Allen, AI, Vince, T-Mac, Dwayne Wade, and Michael Redd gets left out of the conversation because he wore a green jersey in the Bradley Center instead of purple and gold at Staples. If Michael Redd played in today's NBA with modern 5-out spacing, transition rules, and 13 three-point attempts a night, he's dropping a 32 a night with his eyes closed. The disrespect he gets as a one-dimensional shooter is purely a system of people who only watch ESPN Top 10 plays instead of full NBA games. Now here's where the painful truth comes in. The part the Bucks fans cover their eyes for. The hardest hitting truth about Michael Redd's 57-point game isn't how dominant it was. It's that they lost. I'm sorry, Bucks fans. They lost 113 to 111 at home. Michael Redd goes 18 for 32 from the field, 6 for 12 from deep, 15 for 15 from the charity stripe. He puts up 57 points, literally literally eclipsing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points in a single game in Milwaukee Bucks history. And Carlos Boozer and Darren Williams still walked out of the building with the W. Why? Because the 2006 Milwaukee Bucks roster around him was an absolute crime against basketball. Look at the box score from that night. I dare you. Starting alongside Red, Charlie Bell, Brian Skinner, and Ruben Patterson. Red scored 57. The rest of the starting lineup combined for 31 points. 31. Andrew Bogut came off the bench and got 9 points. Charlie Villanueva played 14 minutes and basically did nothing. This game was the ultimate microcosm of Michael Redd's entire career. He was a Ferrari engine jammed into a 1997 Honda Civic with 3 flat tires. He didn't have a secondary shot creator. He didn't have a defensive anchor. He spent his absolute prime carrying roster construction so inept it bordered on negligence, having to nearly drop 60 points just to lose by 2. And that, my friends, is why the game gets buried. Because NBA history loves historic wins and heroic wins. We rewatch Kobe's 81 because the Lakers won. We watch Devin Booker's 70 with a slight asterisk because they lost. But Red's 57? It wasn't a party. It was a tragedy. It was a man straining every muscle in his body to haul a team of bricklayers over the finish line, only for the defense to give up a bucket on the final possession of the game. If Michael Redd played in 2026 instead of 2006, he wouldn't just be an all-star. He'd be sitting on a 5-year, $260 million supermax. And media pundits would be debating if he's the best off-ball weapon since Klay Thompson. You know, Red was pulling up off screens, draining 39% from deep on elite volume, and carrying Milwaukee's entire scoring engine on his back. He was doing 2020's shot profile mechanics in an era where guys still settled for contested 18-foot bank shots. Put Red in a modern spread pick and roll without actual spacing, or with actual spacing, and he isn't just a all-NBA third teamer. He's an unstoppable 28-point cheat code. He was decades ahead of his time, but because he wore a Bucks jersey during the Dark Ages, casuals wrote him off as a relic. Now I get it. Giannis would eventually break Michael Redd's record in 2023 when he dropped 64 on the Pacers, and everybody celebrated, as they should have. But let's not erase what Michael Redd did in the mid-2000s. He wasn't just a beneficiary of high usage. He was an elite, cold-blooded, 3-level scorer who broke Kareem's record on an island surrounded by a team that couldn't throw a rock into the ocean. 57 points on 32 shots, 15 for 15 from the free throw line, in an era where 100 points was a high-scoring track meet. Give the man his flowers. He deserves it. What's the most forgotten 50-point performance in your opinion? Drop them in the comments below. And if you say Brandon Jennings 55, you're missing the point. If you like this, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. I'm JK. and I just broke it down. Thank you.